Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gum Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Sam Saraswati Namaha. Om Klaim Krishnaya Govindaya Gopi Janavallabhaya Swaham. Komalam Kujayan Venum Shyamaloyam Kumarakah Vedavedyam Param Brahma Bhasatam Purato Mama Sachidanandarupaya Vishwotpatyadihetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Shri Krishnaya Vayam Numaham. Jayati Jagadimayam Yasya Kaya Dhavaste Vachanarachanamekam Kevalam Chakalaya Dhruvapadamapi yato Yatkripado Dhruvoyam Sakala Kusala Patram Brahmaputram Natosmi. We were listening to the Bhakta Mahatmya in Nārada Bhakti Sūtra. Why we are listening to Bhakta Mahatmya? Because already studied Tasmin Tajjane Bheda Bhavat. There's no difference between Bhagavan and Bhakta. Bhagavan, Bhakta and Bhagavata. They are one and the same. Bhagavata, Bhakti Shastra. So we listen to the 2 sutras or 3 sutras? 2. Kandavarodha Romanjastrubhihi Parasparam Lapamanaha Pavayanti Kulani Prithivim Cha Tirthi Kuruvanti Tirthani Sukarmi Kuruvanti Karmani Satchastri Kuruvanti Shastra. These 2 sutras we listened. Once, some devotees saw that Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi is reading some Upanishads. Going through. So somebody asked Bhagavan, why are you reading all these books? He said, I'm checking whether my experience and the Shastra are going hand in hand. Whether what I experienced is truthful according to the Shastra. So, Shastra gives validity to our experience, and our experience, not our experience, the experience of Mahatmas give validity to Shastra. Sat Shastri Kurvanti Shastrani. Shastras become Sat Shastra because the Mahatmas validate them through their experiences, through their teachings. Now this question comes, how can you say all this? Tirthi Kuruvanti Tirthani means they make tirthas holy, pilgrim centers because of them. How can you say this? Sat Shastri Kuruvanti Shastrani. What a thing to say. Says, why you are telling like, how is it possible that they can make tirtha, they can make Shastra, Sat Shastra? Because tanmayāḥ. Why you are telling? Because tatmayāḥ. Tatmayāḥ. Now this tatmayāḥ is a samastapada. Okay? Tatmaya. So that's how Tattvamasi is explained by many acharyas. Tasyattvamasi, tenattvamasi, etc. Because there they take Tattvam as a samastapada. How we take Tattvamasi? How we split? Tat Tvam Asi. But Bhakti acharyas take it as a samastapada. Tattvam Asi. Tattvam Asi. Now Tattvam means what? It is samastapada they say. Tasyatvam Asi. You belongs to him. Tena Tvamasi. You are here because of him. not tattvamasi. So here also, tanmayāḥ, tatmayāḥ. Now what is tatmayāḥ? This is all possible. Tasyamayāḥ, tenamayāḥ, etc., etc. But what is tanmayāḥ? There is a definition for this. What is tanmaya? Tatchittas tanmayo martyah. What do you mean by tanmaya? Tanmaya means tatchittas tanmayo martyah. Who is tanmaya? Tanmaya is a person who has become one with him. Tat chittah, whose mind, whose ego, whose individuality has become one with the Supreme. Such a person is tanmayah. So, because those ekant, we are not talking about the aparābhaktāḥ, we are not talking about mukhya bhaktāḥ, we are not talking about gauna bhaktāḥ, we are talking about parābhaktāḥ. That's why tasmin tajjane bheda bhavat, already we have seen. There's no difference between Brahmavid and Brahma. Brahmavid, Brahma eva bhavati. So here also, tanmayah means what? Why? How can you say that satchatri kurvanti shastrani? Because they are not different from the Supreme Bhagavan, Ishvara. There's no more difference between Ishvara and this parābhaktāḥ. Why? Because their ego, their ahankara, is merged back into the Supreme Truth. Tanmayāḥ. So because of that, Gita also will say, Saddhāmayoyam puruṣah yoyat shraddha saeva saha. Studied already? Saddhāmayoyam puruṣah yoyat shraddha saeva saha. Jaise hamare shraddha, waisi hai hum. If we feel that we are Bhagavan's bhakta, okay, tasyamayāḥ. If we feel that we are created by him, okay, tenamayāḥ. But when we understand that there's no more me, only he, then we become tanmayah, tateva mayah. There's no difference. So in bhakti, these all are accepted. Tasyamayah is also accepted. Tenamayah is also accepted. Everything. Because bhakti has that kind of a, ability to accept everything. You worship a stone, that also accepted. You worship Virat Purusha, that also accepted. We worship Sachidananda Paramatma as our own self, Soham, that's also accepted. Because everything is possible in bhakti. So, tanmayāḥ. So, they are the ekanta bhaktāḥ. Tanmayāḥ. Ekanta bhaktaḥ means there is no difference between him and the creation. He himself is manifesting as the creation. He himself is manifesting as bhakta. So, when we realize that alone, Bhagavan alone is there, this aham is not there, then we become one with the Supreme. Then what happens? See, everything becomes pavitram because of Bhagavan. Bhagavan is we chant a sloka always, Sarva Mangala Mangalli. What is the meaning of that? Sarva Mangala Mangalli means what? The one who makes all auspicious, one who gives auspiciousness to those things which make auspicious. Sarva Mangalanam Mangalatva Dayini Sarva Mangala Mangalya. We say, a deepa. A deepa is auspicious. From where the deepa is getting auspiciousness? The auspiciousness of the deepa comes from her. So she is Sarva Mangala Mangalya. Like that, Bhagavan is that, that Tirtha Swarupa. Because Bhagavan is Tirtha Swarupa, Bhagavad Bhaktas are also Tirtha Swarupa. Because Bhagavad Bhaktas are tirtha swarupas, all those, places which are related to them. The place where the Mahatmas are born is a tirtha. The places where a Mahatma does sadhana is a tirtha. The places where the Mahatma gets siddhi is also a tirtha. The place, where he live and preach, that's also tirtha. The place where he get attain samadhi is also a tirtha. Because that will get that power of tarana shakti. Anybody meditates upon them, especially in those places, we will be able to connect with that Supreme very fast. We say, there is here the wavelength is very bad. Let me go out. And then we go somewhere and then we go, here connection is good. Why? Some places have good connection, some places connection is not that good. What are tirthas? Tirthas are those places where we get good connection. Why? Because there are spiritual generators are there. They have, their life is connected with that land. Because of that, the land will have some special powers. So, tirthi kuruvandi tirthani. They say, Bhagavan is telling to Uddhava. Uddhava, you know what is the greatest tirtha in Bhumi? He says, I do not know. He says Kashi, maybe this. He says, no. And what is the tirtha? He says, it is Vrindavana. The greatest tirtha is Vrindavana. Really? Yes. Why? Because you were born there? No. Because Gopikas are there. You should go there. See, I am there here also. In Madhura also I am there. In Dwaraka also I am there. In the Indraprastha also I am everywhere. I am everywhere. But my bhaktas are not everywhere. So where my bhaktas are there, that becomes tirtha. Tirthi kuruvandi tirthani. Because tanmayāḥ. Why Bhagavan is telling like that? Because what was the state of Gopikas? Tanmanaskas tadālāpāḥ tadvijeshtas tadatmikāḥ tadgunāneva gāyandyah nātmāgādāni sasmaruhu. All those Gopikas were in a kind of samadhi avastha only. They forgot about everything else. Atmāgādāni sasmaruhu. They forgot about their houses. They forgot about their body. They forgot about their identity. And then how they were living in Vrindavana? Tadmanaskaha. Their mind was always merged in Bhagavan. Tadālāpāḥ. If they opened their mouth, only Bhagavad Kadha, Bhagavad Nama, Bhagavad Guna, Bhagavad Tattva comes. Tadālāpāḥ, tad vicheshtāḥ. Sometimes they do the mono act. They will walk how Bhagavan used to walk. All those leelas of Bhagavan, whether it is Chiraharana Leela, whether it is Kaliya Mardana Leela, whether it is, Navanida Harana Leela, all those leelas, they will act. Because they have become one with Him. They don't see themselves different from Him. Tad vicheshtitāḥ. Why? Tad atmikāḥ. Their atma, their soul, their ego is merged with Bhagavan. So, tad gunāneva gāyandyah. Always singing the glories of Bhagavan. Nātmā gārāni. So, they forgot everything. When Krishna said all this, Uddhava was not very convinced. So Bhagavan said, please go with a dood, with a message to Gopikas there. So he went there, very beautiful portion. There is Brahmara Gita and all that. Very nice portion. And seeing the state of the gopikas. Brahmara Gita is something when you get some time. There is a Brahmara. And they are angry with Krishna, Uddhava. So they don't want to talk directly to him. So they're talking to a Brahmara. Brahmara is also like black, So he speak, whatever they want to say, whatever they want Uddhava to communicate with Krishna, they speak to this Brahmara. And seeing the kind of stage where they are, where the Mahamunis or Rishis are also not able to gain, seeing that kind of a state of Jivan Muktavastha. The Uddhava understood greatness of Gopikas. And then he's praying. He's praying to Bhagavan that, oh Bhagavan, make me some, small herbs or shrubs in this Vrindavana, so that the padaduli of these Gopikas will fall on me. Asamaho charanarenu jushamaham syam Vrindavane kimapi gulmalataushadhinam. Bhagavan, please make me some gulma, lata or aushadhi, some herb or shrub or some creeper in this Vrindavan. I don't want to become, I don't want even devatū. I want to be in this Vrindavana so that charanareju renu jusham, so that on me the charana renu of all these gopikas will fall. That is much, much, much greater than even Brahmaloka Prapti. So, that is the greatness of... So, tanmayāḥ. So, whatever they speak, that becomes Shastra. When we study about Shabdam, Shabda means what? The words of wise man. Shabda, we studied the Pramana Sintanam. So, Shabda means that when they speak, they are speaking directly from the wisdom of God, Bhagavan, according to the need of the hour. Shastras, all Shastras are written by such great Mahatmas. But they are of different times, at different, need, different kinds of societies. That time that was the need. So that Bhagavan spoke through them. But what we need now, that is spoken to us through the mouth of Mahatmas. So what is Shastra today? Today's Shastra is this. Swami Vivekananda put forth a argument or theory that Dvaita, Vishishtadvaita and Advaita are not controversial or contradictory to each other. They are all paraspara purakaha. They are complementary to each other, not contradictory to each other. Then there was a huge, Bhagavan's time, there were great Pandits. They opposed. Said, how can it be? Because there are views which are very different, are opposite to each other. How Dvaita, Vishishtadvaita and Advaita can be, complementary, they are contradictory. That's how for all these 700, 800 years we are doing that only, doing the Gandana of each other. And now you are telling that they are all complementary. How is it possible? No. What is authority? He says, I am the authority. That is the, tanmanaskaha. I am the authority. I say. He's not talking from his ego, okay? He's talking from that bhava. Who is, they believe that Sri Shiva himself is incarnated as Narendra Vivekananda. Namaśrī Yatirājāya Vivekananda Sūraye Satchit Sukhasvarupāya Swamine. So that Bhagavan, Saptarshis themselves was incarnated, and that's why we need Mahatmas. Because time to time, our eyes should be, reopened. And they come, and they only have the authority to make the Shastra, relevant to the time. Okay. Tanmanaskaha. When Swamiji was there, Swamiji wanted to start a monastery for women. According to the Hindu Shastra, ladies are not allowed to take sannyas. And there is a beautiful letter of Swamiji. Swamiji says, the day Sharadamba was born, from that day onwards, the Smriti is different. Yes, up to 1853, yes. But Jagadambika has incarnated as a sannyasini. Sannyasini? Mother never? Sannyasa is not what you wear. Sannyasa is that bhava. And who is the greatest sannyasini? Where even Sri Ramakrishna offered his entire tapas to her. The day she is born, the Smriti is changed. And ladies can take sannyas. Only tanmanaskaha, only those people who are one with the Supreme can give this kind of, clarity, tanmayāḥ. They only have the authority to redefine our culture. That's the beauty of Sanatana Dharma. Sanatana Dharma is not based on something which is written thousands of years back. It is something which changes each and every yuga, century. It changes, it adopts. The moment a religion is not able to adopt, that religion will die soon. Because that is the law of nature. Either you adopt or perish. Sanatana Dharma is able to survive thousands and thousands and thousands of years because of such Mahatmas who were there to help us to adopt and grow. So, tanmayāḥ. This, when Puja Gurudev started to give discourses on English, on Upanishads, etc., there was some disturbances in the orthodox community. And Periyavar, Chandrasekhara Indra Saraswati Swamigal, they said, what he is doing is correct. Only tanmayāḥ, only those people give authority to Shastra. They give, because of them, Shastra is Shastra even now. Why? Because there is no difference between them and Bhagavan. Because they live absorbed in Him. They live absorbed in the Paramatma. So whatever they think, those thoughts are not coming from the ego. Our thoughts are coming from our ego, our, sanchita, or our parābhakti, or our, vasana. But the moment you become one with Paramatma, that's all gone. No, what else is, what is there? Only Bhagavan is there. So, the thoughts which arise in the heart of such Mahatmas are actually the thoughts of Bhagavan. The words of such Mahatmas are the words of Bhagavan. Tanmayāḥ. Because they are like that flute. Whatever is coming from that flute is coming from the shwasa, prana of the musician. Like that, the bhaktas also, they became like that flute. Everything is, nothing is there inside. Only a outer form is there. And they have dedicated themselves at the highest altar, become one with them. Tanmayāḥ. So that's why the body of such Mahatmas are considered as the temple of Bhagavan. Their words becomes the Shruti. Their thoughts becomes the Shastra. Because they are one with God. Now, when such Mahatmas are born, what happens? Modante pitaraḥ nṛtyanti devatāḥ sa-nāthā ceyaṁ bhūr bhavati modante pitaro nṛtyanti devatāḥ sa-nāthā ceyaṁ bhūr bhavati. Together. Modante pitaro nṛtyanti devatāḥ sa-nāthā ceyaṁ bhūr bhavati. Pitaro. Pitaraḥ. Pitaro. Pitaraḥ. All our forefathers, modante, they rejoice. All the forefathers of such Mahatmas, they rejoice. Devatāḥ nṛtyanti. Indradi devatas, they start to dance. And iyam bhūh, this bhumi, sa-nāthā bhavati. It became with nātha, with a savior. With a protector. The bhumi is blessed because she got a protector. Devatas are rejoicing because they know that this man, this person will bring devatva back to the heart of human. And pitaraḥ modante, all the forefathers become so happy. What is the meaning of all this? Says, a person is with Panjaranaha. All of us, we have 5 depths. Depths towards devatāḥ, known as devarana. Depths towards our pitras, pitrarana. That is known as the depth towards the rishis, rishirana. 4th is the depth towards all the other people, human beings, known as nṛtyanti, manushya rana. And then depth towards all the beings of this universe. It's known as bhūta rana. Rana, depth. Why rana is there? Because we are able to exist in this universe because of all of them. If they are not there, it is impossible for us to live, even for a moment. What is devarana? See, there are natural forces within and without. There are devatas which are ruling this universe. Now, there are natural forces because of which life is possible. There are forces, which because of which the rain comes, that there is, because of the force of that wind blows. There are forces because of which the earth is rotating. See, sometimes we think that we are all so modern, but you see that we go to a office, and then we see that everything is happening perfectly. The peon is doing his job, and the clerk is doing all this, and everybody is silent doing work. We know that the boss is inside. When the boss is not there, so when boss is there, everybody is working. There are forces. If, other than human, all other things are, everything is perfectly happening. Why? Bhishasmad vatapavate, bhishodeti suryaha, bhishadagnischa indrascha, mrityurdhavati. Where is, oh, I have to catch him, I have to catch him. Oh, dhavati, very busy. Everybody is very busy. Because there is a supreme being because of which everything happens. Now, they are there, devatas are there because of which. So that is not only outside, in us also. We are able to see because there is the sanidhya of Surya in our eyes. So what is this Surya Tattva? What do you mean by Deva? We studied Diva Shobhayam. No, Diva is that which actually shines forth. Deva is that force because of which the universe is performing perfectly. The universe, not only the external universe, even the inner universe. When we open our eyes, we are able to see. We have studied, there is the netrasya devatāḥ, rasanayāḥ devatāḥ, ghranasya devatāḥ. If devatas are there, in hasta, pada, who is the devata of hasta? Indra, pada. So devatas are there because of which. So devatas are not some, they are the powers because of which everything functions. And we are indebted to them. Because they are there, the samashti prapancha and vishti prapancha is functioning. If there is no government, everybody, they will be, we cannot live. If there is no law and order, see, we say all those things about our India, but how lucky we are. We see all our neighboring countries, what is happening. The moment the government disappears, life becomes, we can always, every time we criticize only. All the medias criticize government, we also criticize government. Criticism is needed also, okay? But we should understand that because there is law and order, we are able to criticize. So that law and order of this universe, the one who keeps the law and order of this universe is known as devatāḥ. Because they are there, we are able to function. So we are indebted to them. Modante nṛtyanti devatāḥ. Now, second is known as the pitaros. Pitaros means our forefathers. Children think that we are independent beings. And when we cross 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and then we take our album and look, we see that our own reflections there. Not only in physical things, how we think, how we react. That all, what they call as genes and genetics and all that. Even, at a certain, situation, how we will be thinking, how we will be reacting. We don't want that, but then we understand that we are miniatures of our father or mother or grandfather or grandmother. Little mixed, that's all. Otherwise the same thing. So that's why they say, samskar hona chahiye. Samskar. This samskar comes from our forefathers. If we are sitting here, if we are listening to this, if we are able to sit here, it is because of them. If those things are not in them, very difficult for us to get it. We may think, all those people are so orthodox and all doing. We were not able to understand them, but that much of Shraddha was there in them. 1/10 or 1/100 of Shraddha is there from them, is gifted to us. That's why we are able to sit here now. Otherwise, who will sit here? Boring lectures, going and seeing some movie. Why we are here? Because we are gifted by that from them. They gave us this ability to sit, ability to listen, ability to understand. So, we are indebted to them for our samskaras or the blessings, the body. This body is a gift. We have not created this body. It's a gift from them. So, we are indebted to them. Third, our debt towards all the rishis. We are getting free. Sitting in the AC hall, we are listening to Upanishad and Gita and Nārada Bhakti Sūtra. This wisdom is gained by us? No. They were living in terrible conditions. In the forest, forgetting their body and doing great tapas. With such great tapas, they found these great truths and they gifted it towards us. And we should always be indebted to them. That is known as Rishi Rana. Now, within 5 minutes, the bell will ring. We all will go there. We'll sit there and we'll have nice dinner. Is the dinner which we are having is produced by us? What is our contribution in having our dinner? Have we, cultivated it? Whether cleaned it, or brought it, or cooked it? Nothing. We are living because there are thousands and lakhs of people who are striving, working, sacrificing. The life is only possible when such people are there. And we don't even remember them. So we are all indebted to the entire human race. Now, see, we are all so much connected. A small thing happened, a small war comes in one place of the earth. It affects every, because we are all so much connected. We are not some small islands. We are connected. The life is only possible when that connection is there. So we are indebted to others, human. It's known as Manushya Rana or Nrarana. Then comes the next, known as the Bhūta Rana. The food we are eating is getting digested because there are all those beings in our stomach. If they are not there, finished. We cannot live in for 1 minute. There are so many beings on our face, on our nose, in each and every part, because of all of their... We think that we are one person. No. There are so many beings because of which our daily life is possible. Not only whatever is there in this world, whatever we eat, from where it is coming? Directly or indirectly from the plant kingdom. No, to eat, to digest, to live, to breathe, we need them. You cut all the trees and make huge buildings. And then they say, let us go to Mars. There may be oxygen. See, fools we are. We are destroying the beautiful nature. And then trying to, go somewhere else. What a fool we are. Our existence is because of the entire animal and plant kingdom. If they are not there, we are not there. See, this wisdom was there with us from thousands of years. Not now, some ecosystem and ecology and eco-balance. We always knew this. No, that's why I remember my grandfather, etc., he will wash his hands after eating under one coconut tree. Because that much water should go to a plant. What we should take minimum from the nature and we should give maximum back. We, in a village, we live a very by minimum life, okay? But every year, at the seasons come, they were very particular that whatever manure, everything for the trees should be given. Whether it is coconut tree, then they will take a big tada, then we'll put the salt and then, and each. So sometimes there will not be, many dishes, etc. Why? Because that month we have to purchase manures. We have to give back. They are giving us so much. So, see, we lived in such a beautiful, we never thought that we are different. Our Shastra says, Dashaputra sama taruhu. One tree is equal to 10 sons. That was our understanding. We digged, hradaha, we made lakes so that not only for, in every village we had a lake only for the buffaloes and then, the other animals. In Kerala, each house will have some area where human beings will not enter. So that all other beings, there's a beautiful work in Kerala, story in Malayalam, known as Bhūmiyude Avakashigal. Who are the owners of earth? That he want to say that we think that this is my land. This is my land. On what? What is the proof? You have some paper. But this land belongs to each and every being. As much this land is mine, so much the land belongs to the ants and the cats and the dogs and the scorpions and the snakes. And why? Because they are also creation of God. We are not the only creation. We are the one big mistake of God. No, they are all. And it is our duty to take care of the beings. Even if we cannot take care of them, just leave them alone. They will live. As long as we do not interfere in their life, so it is our duty. We are indebted to the bhutas, bhutarana. And why a person enter into grihasthashrama? A person enters into grihasthashrama in his saptapadi. He takes this pradijna so that I will be able to pay back my rinas. That rinas are not just debts, financial. The debts are pancharinas towards the devatas. Devarana, Rishirana, Pitrarana, Bhutarana and Nrrana. We are supposed to pay back them. By the worship of Bhagavan, by helping to keep the equilibrium of the universe, we should pay back the Devarana. By taking care of our elders and by offering the Shraddha, Pinda, etc. to our deceased forefathers, and by giving birth to good children and educating them, not BA, MA, BSc, BBA, but the great values of life. We have to, give back the ranas to our pitras. By studying Shastra, by practicing it, by propagating it, by helping the institutions which teach and then propagate, we should pay back the Rishirana. By protecting, by helping, by serving, we should give back the Nrrana, Manushyarana. And by not doing anything which will harm the balance, we should pay back to the Bhutarana. And they say that the Mahatmas, when they come, they make sure that these 5 runas are given back. What the life of Mahatmas? What is the greatness of the life of Mahatmas? Not by teaching, not by preaching, by their life, by their mere presence. They make sure that Pancharunas are fulfilled in our life. Take the life of Puja Gurudev or Tapovan Maharaj or any Sri Ramana Maharshi. See, they were not preaching, they were practicing. Just read the life of Bhagavan Ramana. How balanced that entire place was. Whether it is animals or the nature or the people or the devatas. See, what was the need of Bhagavan Ramana to build a temple? It's not for him. It's to teach us. Even though we are established in that paranishta, but for the majority of people, these are all needed. They wanted to teach us this. See the life of Sri Ramakrishna. How he brought this balance. He was a realized master. People used to see Sri Ramakrishna as Mahakalika himself. Madhurnath Biswas, who was the owner of the place, so he had some doubts on Sri Ramakrishna. And one day he came, he saw that when Sri Ramakrishna is walking on the veranda to that side, as though Bhadragali is walking. And coming to this side, Sakshal Parameshwara is coming. They themselves were realized masters. But every day, not as a sadhaka, after he became Paramahamsa, every day he will go to Mother's temple, will worship her. He cannot do any external aradhanas because he came into a state he cannot pluck a flower because he see that all flowers are adoring her in this universe. How can I pluck it and then offer to that? That all was not possible for him. So he used to go and then fan Mother with chamara and then enter into the ecstasies. To take care of the beings, to take care of people. A person who is 90% of his time was in samadhi. Are we all in that state? So why they are all says? Because when they come modante pitaraha, all the forefathers, not only their forefathers, the forefathers, they all become happy because they understand that because of this great Mahatma, my children also will walk the path of Dharma. And when they walk the path of Dharma, my family will be blessed. Not the pitaras of those Mahatmas only, all the pitaras. All devatas will start to dance because they know that because of the mere presence of these Mahatmas will bring, divinity to people. The Daivikata will come back. People will become astikas. They will walk the path of Dharma. They will start doing practices. And who are devatas? Devatas are all sattviga gunas. That will come back. And sa-nāthā ceyaṁ bhūr. Bhumi will be at least for a few years. Now Bhagavan is there. When Mahatmas are living, the Bhumi is nischinda because she knows that Bhagavan is there on her, and whatever may happen, although there are thousands and lakhs and crores of durgunas, durvrittaha, asuras are there, but one Mahatma is enough. We do not need thousands and lakhs and crores. One is enough. How many Daityas were there? Moone mukkal nadiga kund. Within 3 and a quarter nadiga, Bhagavan killed so many lakhs and crores of Rakshasas. So Bhagavan, Prithvi feels relaxed. Okay, now nothing to worry. Why? The worry of Prithvi is durvrittaha. When this, bad people means swarthaha. No, those people whose heart are filled with kama, krodha, lobha, the Prithvi says that it is unbearable for me. The weight of asuras. That's why now and then she goes to Vaikuntha. Oh, I can't, Bhagavan. Too much of, bhara. When Bhagavan comes as the form of the Mahatmas, all that weight will be reduced. So, modante pitaraha, nṛtyanti devatāḥ, sa-nāthā ceyaṁ, bhūr bhavati. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.